Hey guys, this is Ant, and I'm back playing some more Warframe. Yesterday evening, the new update for Harrow launched. After you complete the quest, obviously you get the blueprint. I'm not going to go into many details about the quest, because, don't want to spoil it. But we're going to be talking about how to get the parts. Now, the first part is the chassis. As you can see, I've got it building. Not really that awkward to get. In order to get the chassis, you essentially need to do void fissures, and the chassis blueprint has a chance to drop from pretty much any enemy that's been corrupted by the void fissures. The second part, and that I'm going to be going on in this video, you need to complete spy missions. Spy 2.0, I should say. You need to get rotation C, which, as we all know, is all three of the caches of information. In order to have a chance to get it, there's only one mission you can do this on, and that is Pago on the Kuva Fortress. So it must be the Kuva Fortress spy mission. So you want to have a build that you're comfortable with. Like, I'm going, for me, stealth. I know a lot of people say Avara for spy. I personally prefer Loki. Rocking the Rakta Cernos so that I can get the mix of his affinity bonus for getting stealth kills while invisible. It's just going to massively ramp out how quickly I get the AoE burst out of the Rakta Cernos. Plus it's it's my favourite bow. It's quick firing. I've got multi-shot with it. It's tried and tested for me. Lex Prime just for the sake of it. Galantine Prime because I love that. Cara Prime just to keep energy and ammo. My build is pretty much all about longevity and energy, aura strength and effectiveness for the coaction drift, just to keep my energy up, and it's all about duration. So yeah. So let's have a quick gather then, shall we? Now I've tried doing this a few times with randos, and the two times I did it, one I did all three of the things myself, and the other one I did two, and then someone ruined the third one, so I pretty much wasted my time and my resources. One thing I would suggest for this that makes it so much easier: ciphers. You need ciphers in order to do this effectively at farming rate. I mean, you can try doing all the hacks yourself, but it's not really worth it. I mean, I've gone through about 6 or 7 missions now, and I've gone through about 60 odd ciphers. I'm actually out of ferret, otherwise I'd be making more, but I've got enough to make me last. So I'm going to load up Pago, which is one of the later ones in the Kuva Fortress. Oh. Like I say, with the first part of the chassis, literally just keep running relics. I mean, I got some Nyx Prime stuff from an old relic when I was doing it earlier, so that's not too bad. Even though I've already got Nyx Prime. But yeah, just go about your business as normal, and there's a chance to drop the blueprint, a bit like Oberon drops from Xmas, and Ash drops from Manix every now and then.
I need you to get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve
my energy.
Intelligence data.
Oh, it's weird. Usually I go this way to continue the level. Give me that energy. Like Prime's probably the only Prime I actually don't really alter his appearance that much. I actually think he's got the better looking helm when he's primed. Like Rhino Prime, I never use the fucking basic helmet. Right. So, you don't need to worry about killing much. A lot of it is just stay invisible as long as possible, whether your stealth build like. Sometimes you can do this as like Ash. Obviously Ash's smokescreen is a little less effective over time, but Ash can be more effective if you're in a group and you're carrying someone, if you've got his mod that allows you to make your allies invisible. Am I taking the wrong turn? Yes. If you've got the mod that allows him to make allies invisible, then Ash can be even handier on this. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, up here. So I'm just going to be keeping a time on my invisibility timer. Or eye on my invisibility timer, I should say. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I use the Rakta Cernos with my invisibility builds, is every kill I get, because you get the stealth bonus, it also pushes how quickly I get that AoE burst. Right, there'll usually be a dude by this terminal. This is like the first one. That's going to push that forward. I'm just going to open this terminal. This is a full hack, but I'm just going to use a cipher. Once you've done that, you move to the next room. should be a dude patrolling and a camera, so I'm going to take out the dude, wait for my invisibility to run out, and reinitialize it. Then, this is another full hack. But again, I'm going to skip it. And you'll see the tubes light up. I'm going to go to the third room. It's going to look similar to the first room, but there's no one there. So you're going to run in, pop that. So you're running out of whatever invisibility skill you're using. So do it here. It's the reason I prefer low key over Ivara is it doesn't lock out your bullet jump when you're invisible. It's longer than Ash's. And if you're trying to get over awkward bits, you can always throw down a duplicate and just teleport to it. So that's another full hack there. Once you've done this full hack, go down here, around the corner. And this one, you can kind of take your time on. Because that one's not really too big a deal because there's no cameras or anything on it. I'm going to go back to being invisible and I'm going to head towards B. There are 3 types. That was the type 1 rotation. There should be another one that's another indoor one. That's pretty easy to do as well. Like I say, I've been grinding these out a little bit, so I've kind of worked out a good system for each type of one. And then C is usually one that's kind of an outdoory little bit. I'll show you that when we get to it. But like I say, regardless of who you're playing as, keep an eye on your invisibility skill. Like me, you're running pure stealth. Push through. Visible. This will probably be a meeting room. Yeah, every now and then you'll come across these rooms and they'll just be full of people. I didn't realise that last time. I ended up wiping out an entire room in a couple of seconds. There's usually a couple of bombards, which take me a couple of shots to kill. Right, so you hack this room, and this is the second kind. As you go in, there'll be a dude walking right in front of you here. Kill him. Go back to being invisible. And you want to head to the right, avoid that camera. Maybe easier ways to do it, but this is the way I do it. There'll be a sentinel up there. Kill him. Oh, brilliant, a bailiff. It's the last fucking thing I need. So I'm just going to hide till the bailiff fucks off. Or is that a heavy gunner? Invisible. And then you want to go around this way. Sometimes there's a bombardier. So you take him out. It's a full hack on this door. Again, I'm using a cipher because there's cameras around this corner. Sometimes there's a heavy gunner in here. Get an arrow to the face. And they're going to hack that.
Excellent work.
Once you're done with that, you can go out here. This hatch opens up and it brings you back to the exit. And then I'm going to head for C. So far, A, B and C, they seem to be pretty much the same room setup for A, B and C every time. Like, you still have A, B and C, but they always are pretty much the same kind of like spy puzzle. So C should be one outside that you got to go into the right tunnel. First time I did the C type, I ended up walking around the area for about 3 minutes before someone else hacked it, and I still hadn't found out how to get in there. So I had a bit of a wander around it afterwards. Kill that dude. What I tend to do is, if I think my stealth's getting a bit low, I'll kill a room full of enemies while I wait for it to run out. Fucking bailiff. There we go. Obviously, just be careful for the fortress cameras. Right, and this is the beginning of the C rotation, and then hack through that door whether you want to hack it normally or not. And then you come down here, there should be one of these sensor bots. Kill him. Then I tend to go around this little angle, and there'll be another sensor regulator down there. Sometimes they're Xmas, so they might take an extra shot. If you come to this little kind of thing, and you want to shoot out the sensor bar, another full hack, and then another full hack for the actual system itself. Unlike, say, a hack on a Corpus system, there's no time limit with the Grineer ones. So that's all three. I'm going to re-stealth, and then it's usually jump across the gap, get the door, and you just start heading towards the exit. If you want to kill random shit, you can. You never know, you might get a lucky drop or something. And obviously, being in rotation C and being on the highest level of spy missions, you can get some pretty nice drops, like covert lethality. I had thermite rounds earlier as well. Not going the wrong way. Stealth. Boom. Keep bombard. The one thing I will say about this method when using ciphers, it is very, very intensive on resources, especially ferrite. I always seem to run out of ferrite before I run out of anything else. This means you're at the end when you start seeing these fortress scanners, so you're just going to want to dive towards the end. And then that's mission done. And I get Scorch. But it's essentially the same 3 rooms every time, so I'm going to probably give this another go. But yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do on these. That's how you find the ways into all of these rooms. You can do the hacks yourself. I personally think that the amount of time you get on some of the hacks, considering when you've got cameras there that are like near indestructible, you're better off just cheesing it. But